one more day before I leave for Vegas. Totally excited. And I have something to share with you guys. Okay, you know how we talked about the other day how I'm trying to cut back on the sugar intake because that's one of my goals this year, which is going horrible. What's going on? Did you hear that? Just giant tanks rolling down my street. I have no idea what's going on. But anyways, you know how we talked about me cutting back on the sugar, one of my goals, which is not going very well at all. But I'm trying. But you know what does not help? I just got my latest issue of Bon Appetit magazine. Check this out. Meat and potatoes on the cover. Oh, seriously, people, seriously, this is just killing me. Okay, so we got this. I hope you saw that. And inside the magazine, there's this whole article about chocolate stuff. Do you see this? Do you actually see this? Oh yeah, it just gets better and better. Or I should say worse and worse. I mean, look at that. Yeah, right? I mean, really. Really, people, what are you trying to do to me? And then there's this. This will be my downfall, because this I'm going to try to make when I get back from Vegas. Oh, and I'll tell you all about it. It's called milk chocolate souffle. Oh, no, that's not the one. Okay, I'm sorry. That was the other page. No, this is the milk chocolate caramel tart with hazelnuts, and here's the kicker, and espresso. It's like Bon Appetit is like somehow sneaking into my soul and figuring out the combination of chocolate and coffee is my ultimate downfall. My ultimate downfall. And they've created a whole page on the very desire to bring me down. Chocolate and espresso, and of course hazelnuts. And I have to make it. Okay, we'll put that aside for now. Okay, so the daily tip for today is use a thick nap roller when painting a textured wall or ceiling. Simple stuff. And I have to tell you, it makes a huge, ginormous difference. Because one of the things that I've encountered, especially doing the television shows where you go into people's homes and redesign, you find that a lot of people inherit spaces, whether it's a home that they bought or an apartment, that have textured walls or a cottage cheese ceiling, or types of textures that they're not really fond of, but they can't afford to scrape them down and resurface, or they're just going to live with them for a while, but they want to make them look better. So we've done a lot of painting over these past few years in people's homes, happily. And the challenge sometimes is the fact that you are trying to do a job in a short amount of time, because there's a limited amount of time on these television shows, but also you are trying to kind of cover up some things that aren't so pretty. And I have to tell you, time and time again, when we use a really nappy roller, one of those big, thick, they almost look like a shaggy dog roller, the coverage is insanely good on textured walls and cottage cheese ceilings, because it just goes into all those nooks and crannies. They're also great, those nappy rollers, for outdoor use if you're trying to paint like a cinder block or some sort of brick, because we've done outdoor patios where we've used, obviously outdoor paint, and those rollers just work miracles. You don't have to keep going over and over again with coat after coat. So, highly recommend them. So that is the daily tip, and we have a question from Tammy from North Carolina. Actually, it's a two-parter. Part number one, she snuck in a two-parter, Tammy. Look at you, getting there with a two-parter, and I'm reading it, so good for you. Two-parter question is, where are your mugs from? And every time I watch you on TV, I see that you use a lot of tulips, and now I see them in your home. Is the tulip your favorite flower? Yes, you are correct. The tulip is my favorite flower. You're like a little sleuth. You figured it out. It is. I love tulips. I love the way they look. I love the colors that they come in. Clearly they're in my home. Check this out. Yeah, I love tulips. I wish they had a scent, but they don't. And they're fantastic. And the mugs, the coffee mugs, I have a few of them that have different cities on them, and they're cities that I've been to. And this one obviously is my hometown, Chicago. Shout out to Chicago. Windy City. Yeah, that's right. You know you like it. And they're from Starbucks. I used to work at Starbucks back in the day, and that's when I had bought them. This was way back in the day. So far back in the day that when I worked at Starbucks, there were only 2 Starbucks in all of Southern California. 2. That's right, 2. Imagine that today. Now there are 2 on every corner. And the company hadn't gone public yet, way back in the day. And nobody knew what Starbucks was. I was telling people, you know, that I had a part-time job there. And they're like, Star what? Star who? You know, nobody knew. And it was a very different operation. But that was back in the day. And I worked for them for like about 8 years. Kind of moved through the ranks and watched the company grow. Anyways, that's how I collected my my coffee mugs. I don't know if they still do these. Do they still do the city mugs? Maybe they do. Anyways, so Tammy from North Carolina, hope that answers your question. And if you have a question, a comment, a suggestion, I don't know, just a general, hey, how you doing? Go to angelohome.com, click on the Ask Angelo link on that very front page, and drop me a note, and we'll talk about it. Thanks. Have a great week.